Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. Tune in for a vibrant mix of fashion, finance, and life's essential foundations. Join us for expert interviews, insightful discussions, and empowering insights to elevate your lifestyle. From fashion trends to financial tips and personal growth strategies, we've got you covered. So grab your headphones and get ready to be inspired. Tune in now to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show and embark on this exciting journey with us.
Welcome, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. I am your host, Marie Antoinette Wade. We are here on KCAA Radio Network, and we are covering over 5 million households here in the greater Los Angeles. And today, I have an amazing guest for you. Her name is Louisa Shimamoto. She is a nationally recognized inspirational speaker, business and personal breakthrough and belief coach, an author with nearly 40 years of transformational experience. As co-founder of Accelerate Growth Coaching, she helps audiences break through fear, release emotional blocks, and ignite the life and business they're meant to lead. So let's go ahead and welcome Louisa.
Thank you.
Louisa.
Hi, honey. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being here. I'm so excited that we get to interview you again because I know this is, I've interviewed you before.
Yeah.
And I love what we have talked about before. So now you are going to be part of the Queen's Business Expo, isn't it?
Yes, I look forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. And I thank you for the opportunity.
Yes. And Louisa, as part of being the Queen's Business Expo, you're going to be moderating the discussion on the real estate and business.
Yes.
Okay. And there are other women that are going to be taking care of different categories. Like Gisette is going to be in charge of health and wellness. We have Chris Miller, who's going to be covering the financial and legal and taxes. And who are we missing? I have another person. I'm blanking. I know I have another person who's going to be covering. Oh, M. Teresa Lawrence.
Oh,
She is
okay.
going to talk about the community and leadership.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
So the
Okay.
four of you are going to be in charge of bringing in the panelists. Now, how do you feel about this whole thing?
I'm very excited. I believe the people that are going to be there are going to receive lots of nuggets about life in general.
Okay.
Life and business. Okay. And certainly a lot of us want to make sure that we have people on our panel. So we're interviewing and that type of thing to make sure that we have the right people for those that will be there.
Okay. Now, this is the fourth year of the Queen's Business
Love
Expo.
it. Yes.
And I know that when we started this, we've always had, panel groups. And it started with 2 groups. And then the second year was also 2 groups. And then the third year, we had so many groups. And I felt like, I wanted to just, focus on the 4 things. So I think this time, the way we have all of you ladies being in charge of it, it's more, understanding really the tone of the discussion.
Yes.
And you're qualifying the people that are in.
I am.
So to tell me, what is your process of bringing in the panelists?
I really want people to walk away with some value. With real estate, it's our largest investment. I now have owned a lot of homes. Okay, 10.
Oh,
We've
10
had
homes?
10 homes. And so I've learned a lot of things in this journey. And I prefer to interview my real estate agents, let alone those that help me with a mortgage or anything else. And so I am really looking forward to helping you with this because I'm going to interview those beforehand to make sure they're the right fit for the program.
Okay. Well, tell me more about this process of interview. What do you have in mind?
Yes, I would like to have someone that has had a lot of experience. So for sure, not just a realtor, okay, but a superb realtor, a diamond in the rough, one of those that goes above and beyond. and also a mortgage company that offers a lot of different options. Some mortgage companies offer just one program.
Okay.
That's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone that can truly tailor design something according to what somebody's needs are, okay? And then I also, with my current real estate home that I have here in Oceanside, I have also hired, and I want people to understand they do have such a thing as a real estate that basically is a negotiator that will help you with challenges that you may occur closing the sale, or helping you with your real estate agent, helping you with the insurance company. With my situation, I have one of my homes that I'm having to work with the insurance companies. My neighbor had a fire, and that fire smoked us out. And so she's helping us with all the insurance companies and making sure that they're following through of what they need to help us rebuild that house.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy what happened to your house.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so like I don't want anyone to go through what I have.
Okay.
So I want to bring people on that panel that have that kind of, so not just that, but like I said, certainly somebody that helps with not just mortgage, but it could be somebody that could be property, it could be business, all of that. Okay. But like I said, I really want an array, even some staging. People always, I'm telling you what, if you stage a home, and I've owned 10, they sell quicker, faster. Just telling you.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is going to be a very unique panel for
Yes.
real estate.
I believe so. Like I said, I have a lot of life experience. That's real estate's not my specialty, but I find the right ones to help me.
Yeah, well, you own 10 homes, and I think you're already an expert, isn't it?
Yes, yes, ma'am. So, like I said, it's something that I'm really looking forward to, is to seriously have people walk away with value.
Okay. Wow, I'm excited. I think I'm so glad that we created this format
Absolutely.
in more where you have more control of who you want to bring in, because last year we were the ones selecting, and we were just trying to fill in the spot, but didn't really have that focus in terms of the categories.
Right.
We were just bringing in anybody, but with your process of interviewing people within that category, it makes it more valuable.
Absolutely.
In the selection process.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I believe if someone would like to nominate someone that they know in the real estate arena, let us know.
Yeah.
And let's give them a stage and opportunity to share what they've learned. You know, I really want to know why they do what they do. What was the nugget that they learned that has helped propel their business to the top? But what can they share with the audience, you know, that will help them with what's going on in the current market?
Yeah. Wow. I'm really happy. So this event called Queens Business Expo is going to be on January 31st.
Yes.
And it's going to be held at the Hundlery Hotel in San Diego. And in addition to that, we're going to have 40 vendors.
I love that.
You know, lots of businesses that can promote each other, and mostly women. We welcome men, you know, of
Absolutely.
course.
Yes.
Your husband is a coach.
That's right.
And I'm
He
sure
is.
your husband wants to be a part of it,
Yes,
too.
we will definitely have a
Yeah.
booth there, and both of us will be a part of the
Yes.
event. And last year we were there too, and really enjoyed that. So
Now, do you already have selected people that...
I have one for sure.
Okay.
Okay, I'm still interviewing.
Okay.
And so for the different positions, but there'll be 4 to 5 people on the panel.
Okay.
So I'm putting together the right panel for the community so that people can make some wise decisions on their future and their biggest investment in their life.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's their second home or, you know, something they want to turn into an Airbnb or whatever, you know, it's an investment. And why not do that? It bothers me that people are renting and throwing that money away,
Yeah.
you know? And
No, I mean, especially now, especially here in San Diego.
I know.
Everything is so expensive. I mean, when you went through with your house, you know, being on, you know, fire,
Yes.
I mean, the steps that you have to take just to get through the
My
process.
goodness.
And it was
Talk
was-
about poor timing. We bought
Yeah.
our house moved in December, and February 6th, we were smoked out by a neighbor's fire. And people would say, smoke? There's nothing, I mean, it's just smoke. Really? Don't tell me that. After 2 pages of toxins that we got reported, we hired a company to come in. There was the car explosion. I mean, tires exploding and all these things. That's what caught my attention. It wasn't the smell of smoke, but I heard the explosions. And then I heard people pounding on my door to get out. But that was 2 months after we moved into the house.
Yeah, that is so.
And the timing, it was 2 weeks
Gosh.
after LA fire. So that's what the challenge that we're going through
Okay.
with our insurance companies is they're overloaded right now. And understandable. But I pay insurance too.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have lost their homes.
Yes.
You know?
I
and-
know. It's just really, and it's a different market in California. I now have owned 2 homes in California. But it's a different market. It's different now. You have to have a separate fire plan than you do from a regular insurance plan
Yeah.
for your home. Yeah.
And I've heard some of the area in LA, the insurance are very expensive.
it's becoming very interesting. Yes, absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
there's a $15,000 insurance.
Yes. Yeah. It's people are starting to understand that smoke is a real thing. It used to bother me when people say it was just smoke. I'm going, I can't go in my house without I mean, I'm starting a new trend. It is hot pink, but I have a full thing, mask that I had to wear to go in my house. Okay. My dog and I both had to go to the doctor the next day because I breathed in some of the black
Yeah.
smoke and things before I owned that mask. But I had to go back in the day, I guess it was 2 days after they let me back in because they had turned off everything. Like I said, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. Don't go into black smoke.
You got sick for a while.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did for sure. And I had a nasty cough, but I had to get rid of all the black smoke because it was in my lungs. And so you have to, it's nasty. Anyway, not fun. But like I said, be careful. Even around a fire, you need to be, you know, bonfire. It's, you know, when you have a house fire, it's not just wood. There was countertops that burnt next door in the house. There was things that were in that garage. I mean, think about it with the car. You had tires. It was a hot fire because there were huge flames. So all the gas, he had just filled up the tank.
Yeah.
There was oil, all those things. And then, of course, the fire department had to fight the fire from my roof. So they tromped in with their big suits into my atrium with their, ladders and everything, and then tromped out, and you could see their steps of soot and everything inside our house. So it just was a mess. But I've rebuilt it, and so we're in that process of gutting it and everything. So there is life, you know what I mean? I can see the light at the end of the tunnel of this mess. So I guess what being a coach, I help people focus on what can you do. Don't focus on what you can't. Because you can't fix what you can. It's just causing you anxiety, which is not healthy. And so focus on what you can do. And that's what I've really been holding on to. And it's something I've been teaching for nearly 40 years. Because I transform and save lives, save marriages for a living.
Yeah.
And I help business owners crush it. But sometimes we have to get to the bottom of what's holding us back in life. And it could be something like this, a tragedy, a home tragedy. It could be a business tragedy. It could be just anger. It could be sadness. Fear is a big one, a heavy one. So all those things I deal with and help people get rid of it so they can, truly let go of that and embrace their life, own their life, and step into who they need to be.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a commercial break here. So don't go away. This is the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show with Marie Waite and Louisa Shimamoto. We'll be right back.
Unlock the power within you with Who Do You Think You Are? Delve into the art of personal branding and craft a legacy that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Learn from real-life experiences and actionable insights, empowering you to become a leader in your field. Get your copy now and embark on the journey to unleash your true potential. Now available on Amazon.
Looking to attract your target market without soliciting or doing the cold calling? Call Marie Waite and book your consultation. Branding gives you the power to create a unique and classy perception of your business for your target audience. A marketing plan without the right branding will always cost more, take longer, and tend to deliver subpar results compared to a well-branded business. Marie Waite is a branding strategist who formulates effective marketing and media programs to promote your business in building your name, brand, and legacy. Marie has over 10 years of experience and a proven record of creating strong brand content for business owners, entrepreneurs, and companies using her creative ideas, recommendations, and innovative programs. Book now at mariewaite.com or call her at 951-378-5316.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show, and I am your host, Marie Waite. And we are having a great conversation with Louisa Shimamoto regarding, real estate and business as part of the Queen's Business Expo. So, Louisa, you shared your own experience owning a home and going through the fire and dealing with the insurance and all of that chaotic, situation.
Yes.
And moving from one place to another because, you have to, deal with, getting all your stuff out of the house,
Exactly.
and then getting sick also and going through that. But you have this personality that just it's like I didn't really see you so devastated about it. Your personality is just like you dealt with it with smile. How do you do that? I mean, if I were in your position, I would be so depressed and things like that. How do you make that work for you?
I focus on what I can do. You can't change what you can't. And I'm not really good with patience, I'll be honest. Okay. But I've learned that if I focus on what I can't do, it affects not just your mindset, but your entire body.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're really dealing with your stomach, your gut, your heart, all that when you harbor in negative emotions.
And I remember our first conversation here on the Fabulous Lifestyle, because if people know exactly your background, that you went through some really horrible situation in the past.
I have.
And so I get more of an idea why you're able to deal with this with with smile and everything, but other people would probably can't relate to it if they didn't know your past.
I believe that's true because just depending on what your history is and how you've dealt with the different emotions or just dealt with the negativity of the world, listening to the news isn't always going to be positive. Just saying, okay?
Yeah.
But you have to protect your mindset. This is your life. We need to own it. You need to be careful what you're letting in. And so I teach people how to let go of the negative. Don't let anyone or anything ruin your next breath of life. And in my 20s, that's when I learned that. When I was kidnapped and raped in my 20s, that I had to fake being okay. I lost my sparkle. I had just finished a television shoot. Dancing and singing and all that good stuff came out of the studio door and was kidnapped. And what I'm here to say, yes, I did have a pity party in that shower. I took a shower all night long. I was in the bottom of the shower, just really having a difficult time. But I realized, I was taught by my father, who was a basketball coach, is to focus on what you can do, not on what you can't. Pick yourself up, brush yourself off. You're Louisa, you can handle it. And I could hear his words go through my heart, mind, and soul. So that I did. I picked myself up, brushed myself off, was in that shower all night long, but nobody knew. The next day, makeup is wonderful. It covers up things, because I got beat up pretty bad. But I was on stage and did what I needed to do. But I was dying inside for a very long time and had to fake my sparkle. Okay? And I'm very honored to say today I don't have to fake it. And that's why I wear a lot of sparkle, is I have done the hard work to get rid and rewire my mindset. Wow. Okay? Forgive others, forgive self. And learn to love myself, because certainly that day I didn't love me, and I worried about who would ever love me. I was broken, right? It's a choice. Are you a victim or a victor? And I own that warrior. I let the negativity bounce off my armor and not let anyone or anything ruin my next breath of life. And that's why I do what I do. My pain has seriously become my purpose. Wow. My purpose in life.
Yeah, you're a very strong woman because, again, you just came from a vacation, bought a house, and moved in 2 months. You lost the house, all burned, and you lost all the furnitures, and you have to move from one place to another. And you are really speaking what you teach.
I do.
You're doing it for your own experience, and you amaze me. I mean, I am so inspired by your actions, by the way you manage the situation, because I know that I'm going to have trouble dealing with that. I don't think I am as strong as you, that you are able to, just every time I talk to you, you have this calmness in you, and it's just. I'm still like, how can you be so calm about the whole situation?
Well, I do have a higher power I rely on.
Yeah.
And my higher power has got me through a lot of things in my life. And, I also had a business tragedy after 22 years in the insurance industry and coaching others on how to raise their business and, grow. And let's just say I was crushing it. After 3 months, they wanted me on stage teaching because I was number one in the country. I was one of 3 women in the entire country with the company and crushing it. But after 22 years in that career, the insurance commissioner, it wasn't anything that I did, but in the state of Washington, rewrote every single policy that I spent 22 years of my life writing. Therefore, all of my residual income, retirement, was washed.
Oh my.
Yeah, we're talking 7 figures, washed. So again, I had to really sit down and get a hold of this right here, because I was not happy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's never happened in history, and I hope it never happens again. However, I just, picked up my warrior outfit, shined it up, looked myself in the mirror and said, all right, we're going to do this. And that's when we started, my husband and I both started our coaching business outside of the insurance industry, where now we coach every business, every industry.
Well, I want you to take this opportunity to talk to our audience and share what you think they need to know about, living their life. Especially, you're going to be at the Queen's Business Expo with all the real estate and business experts. I think that would be great if you can talk about that.
Oh, I would love to. Thank you. Last year, I had a chance on stage to share more about business and sales, which, like I said, I'm a rock star. And I truly, people would say, well, you have an S on your chest. And I go, no, it's called rapport. It's with an R, not an S. And it's a matter of truly listening, understanding your client, and going from there. But what I want you to understand, the first sale in any sales is yourself. You need to love yourself, forgive yourself, and live each and every breath as if it was your very last. And crush it. This is your life. You've got to own it. Don't wait for someone else to do something for you. Just get after it and do it. Okay, do it. So that's the first sale, is you. The second sale is your product. It doesn't matter to me what business you are a part of. You need to understand the product you're representing. Ask enough questions to where you can truly understand it and believe in it. Believe in self, believe in your product. Okay? Once you've accomplished that, now your job is to go out and share what it is you do and give people the opportunity to know what it is that you know. And I teach my clients I want you to feel guilty if you don't give people the opportunity to know what it is that you know and start a conversation. So I truly believe in sharing with others and helping others, okay? So, and basically, when it comes to your life,
They're going to have to talk to you.
Like I say, I now have saved 16 from suicidal thoughts, and the youngest is 11. 11. And the boys at school were telling her she was fat, you're ugly, do us a favor and kill yourself. If you can imagine that going on in our world. I'm here to stomp all of that out. And I've helped many business people, okay? And I'm very, very concerned that we are not loving ourselves. But we're believing a lot of times what other people are saying. That's what happened to this young gal, and I can't tell you how many other business owners I've helped, that they believe the market, or they believe somebody else and what they're saying, and they're like, oh, well, okay, I can't do this. I can't. Hello,
Yeah.
yes, you can, you know? And so it's a matter of really identifying, what do you want in life? What do you want? And get after it. What you waiting for?
Okay, well, there you go, everyone. Great advice from Coach Louisa Shimamoto. So, Louisa, how can they get hold of you?
Yes, my new website is coachlouisa.com, and it's LOUISA, coachlouisa.com. And I've made it easy too as far as an email. It's louisa@coachlouisa.com. All right. And if that fails, Accelerate Growth Coaching is the name of my husband and my business. And we do a lot of masterminds. We do leadership training, sales training, a lot of different types of things. But what I will say, if you're feeling stuck, whether it be personally or professionally, you're not stuck. You're programmed. And we need to just break through that fear, allow yourself to rewire your mindset, and step into who you need to be. Okay. So whether it be myself or someone else that you know, don't give up until you get some help.
Okay, there you go. Well, thank you so much, Louisa, for being here. And
Thank you.
To everyone that's watching right now, make sure that you get a hold of Louisa and, have a great conversation with her. But this is the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. We will be right back with another special guest for you, so don't go away.
Thank you.
Unlock the power within you with Who Do You Think You Are? Delve into the art of personal branding and craft a legacy that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Learn from real-life experiences and actionable insights, empowering you to become a leader in your field. Get your copy now and embark on the journey to unleash your true potential. Now available on Amazon.
Looking to attract your target market without soliciting or doing the cold calling? Call Marie Waite and book your consultation. Branding gives you the power to create a unique and classy perception of your business for your target audience. A marketing plan without the right branding will always cost more, take longer, and tend to deliver subpar results compared to a well-branded business. Marie Waite is a branding strategist who formulates effective marketing and media programs to promote your business in building your name, brand, and legacy. Marie has over 10 years of experience and a proven record of creating strong brand content for business owners, entrepreneurs, and companies using her creative ideas, recommendations, and innovative programs. Book now at mariewaite.com or call her at 951 378 5316.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show, and I am your host, Marie Waite. And I have another amazing guest for you. Her name is Josette Diaz. Josette is a self-awareness coach to women in midlife. There came a time for Josette when everything turned upside down so she could get right side up. Like other women, she spent years putting herself last on the list. She had all the reasons: kids, spouse, career, obligations. Josette shelved her dreams and silenced the part of herself that longed for more. Then life did what it often does when we ignore our soul's call. It cracked everything open. In the aftermath, she was finally able to say yes. Today, Josette helps the women who do it all and never feel it's good enough. The woman between chapters is ready to get under both identity and personality, rediscovering their essence they were born with and not the identity that they have stepped into. Get it all done. This is the personality they adopted through their survival patterns, the role they have played, and someone else's rules they felt they had to follow. Her approach combines creative inquiry, intuitive coaching, energy work, and deep awareness practices to remember who you are and align from the inside out. Josette has created a new way forward through her self-mastery system, Seasons of the Soul. A soft introduction to her work is through the Art of Awareness Studio, where creativity meets mastery, guiding women to live a soul-aligned life and not one of survival. Let's welcome Josette Diaz.
Thank you, Marie. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes. Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle. I know that I have interviewed you before, and I'm excited that you're here today because I know you're going to be part of the Queen's Business Expo also.
Yeah.
Now, since you're, how would you call your title?
Oh, being a self-awareness coach?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people call different ways of helping women.
Yes.
But in your case, you called it
Self-awareness.
self-awareness.
Yes.
So you focus on the self-awareness of women.
Yes, because I think it's the beginning. It's
Okay.
the beginning of opening up that doorway to your truest essence, the truest part of yourself, who you really are underneath it all.
Okay. Now, I know that you're going to be in charge of the health and wellness for the Queen's Business Expo,
Yeah.
which is for everyone that's listening to this show. Queen's Business Expo is going to be on January 31st of 2026. And that is our 4th year. And it will be held at the Honlery Hotel. And Josette here is going to be in charge of the health and wellness. So tell me, what do you think about this whole new format of selection?
Oh, I'm excited. I've participated in Queen's Business Expo in the past,
Yes.
and I love the format of having these different categories so that we can really start to speak to everyone in the room. And it allows people to have a different perception on things they thought they knew. And the saying goes, we don't know what we don't know. And so I love that we're going to have an opportunity to really hone in on some very special people that will give people something new and exciting to expand on and think about.
Yes, I am really looking forward to this new format because I know last year when we did it, actually it was this year, early this year when we did it. I know we were filling in the spots, but we were not really expert bringing in the right people in each category. And I realized that having people like you, who is already an expert in the industry, are the ones that should be really bringing in the right people into the panel discussion. Now, do you have any vision in mind in terms of how you're forming this?
Yes, I've thought about the different types of health and wellness, entrepreneurs and people to bring in, the specialists, the experts on particular subjects. So I love the thought of having someone that, has some new way of thinking about things so that it gives people an opportunity to hear something outside the box, because we're so used to hearing so many things that are very much the same. Like we're filtered in with all kinds of different languaging, and then that languaging takes off, and then you hear it over and over and over again. And I'm really looking for people that have something new and different to say.
Okay. Wow, that would be interesting.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it'll be expansive for people.
Well, can you give us some ideas of some of the people that you're already targeting or, looking into bringing in?
Yes, I'm looking at bringing in some women that have some very particular niches.
Okay.
And I don't want to give it away. So, and that they can actually bring in some new information for women and for men, because they have women in their lives. And so that there's a different way of looking at something, so that there's different levels of understanding and empathy and showing compassion for one another. There's so much noise out there that listening to people that have a unique perspective really allows us to open up and learn even more. Things that we haven't thought about. So I'm looking for those ladies. And so if you know any of those good women.
Yes. They definitely need to connect with you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm really excited because after talking to Luisa also, because she's going to be in charge of the real estate and business.
Yes.
I also heard from her that she has this concept of making sure that it's well connected to what the experienced people need to get
Yes.
out of it. And I think you're doing the same thing with the health and wellness.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. I always have struggle in listening to the expert in the health and wellness because it is just so broad in so many ways that I forget, okay, where am I now with this?
Right.
And I think if you are in charge of it, I think that is something that I am looking forward to seeing.
Right.
In terms of how you connect each person to the entire experience that people can get from it.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we hear so much about, in the health and wellness space, about mindset, and it's not just specifically wellness. There are different components that create health and wellness. And so finding a variety of people that can provide information not only on how to manage your health. There's people that are specific about autoimmune system issues
Yes.
and what to do with how to manage your health in that way, and what kind of mindset components really fit into that to create better health. So I'm really looking to expand this idea
Yeah.
and give us a variety of different options so that we have really good, interesting speakers that are engaging for the audience, that really can ignite them in different areas of their life.
Okay. And I know that you participated in the previous events. So if you compare all those years that you have been part of Queen's Business Expo and how this is going to be happening next year, what is your take about the whole journey and the progress of the events?
Well, I really loved connecting in the very first Queen's Expo that I participated in. It was exciting to be in a room where there was a variety of different people. And I enjoyed being on the panel. I think that this idea, though, really takes it to another level. It's like it feels very up-leveled. The room was always full of exciting people to meet and having really good conversations. I had multiple good conversations with people I never would have spoken to before if I hadn't have been in that room. And so I think there's tons of opportunity for anyone who comes and participates and is part of Queens Expo, because they're going to do some things that might be a little outside their comfort zone. And that's when you're hitting your growing edge. Anytime you're feeling a little uncomfortable, we've all heard that before.
Now, did it help your business overall in terms of, the income or, just the number of clients since you've been a part of Queens?
Yes, I've been able to really expand on my visibility.
Okay.
Has been huge, and that has connected me to people that have really helped me to expand in my own way of teaching and also bring them into my world so that they have an opportunity to shift and, find that place that truly resonates with them, where they can feel safe and comfortable and calm and really start expanding within who they are.
Okay.
So it really has helped me expand my business in all of those ways, in my own personal growth as well as my clientele.
Yeah, I see a lot of videos and podcasts that you've been putting out there. You have been busy.
I've been very
Yeah.
busy, yes.
And you've got a lot of organizations that you're a part of that you're always out there on the social media.
Yes, I think that, I've really surrendered over the years to being visible. And I think that anyone who starts off in their own business, especially something that seems very personal or emotional, it can be somewhat difficult for those of us who like to kind of like be the hermit.
Okay.
And when you are that person, it can be difficult for you to be visible. And so I've totally allowed myself to be completely uncomfortable and really start becoming more visible.
No, I am so glad to hear that, Josette, because I know you have so much to offer. Well, we're going to take a commercial break here. So don't go away. This is the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show, and we are here with Josette Diaz. We'll be right back.
Unlock the power within you with Who Do You Think You Are? Delve into the art of personal branding and craft a legacy that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Learn from real-life experiences and actionable insights, empowering you to become a leader in your field. Get your copy now and embark on the journey to unleash your true potential. Now available on Amazon.
Looking to attract your target market without soliciting or doing the cold calling? Call Marie Waite and book your consultation. Branding gives you the power to create a unique and classy perception of your business for your target audience. A marketing plan without the right branding will always cost more, take longer, and tend to deliver subpar results compared to a well-branded business. Marie Waite is a branding strategist who formulates effective marketing and media programs to promote your business in building your name, brand, and legacy. Marie has over 10 years of experience and a proven record of creating strong brand content for business owners, entrepreneurs, and companies using her creative ideas, recommendations, and innovative programs. Book now at mariewaite.com or call her at 951-378-5316.
Welcome back to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, Marie Antoinette Waite, and we have been talking to Josette Diaz in regards to the Queens Business Expo event that she is in charge of forming the health and wellness panel discussion. And so this time, Josette, I wanted to really get more into the process of you, helping women. Because I know I've talked to you about that before, and I've
Yes.
asked you some questions about it. But this time, was there any different ways, or did you add any more into your program in terms of helping women?
Yes, I think the last time we spoke, I hadn't formulated a membership.
Okay.
And so that membership that I've created is called the Art of Awareness Studio. And it is where we use the creative process to start opening that doorway for a soul conversation. And we use creativity not in a way that you have to come prepared with, paints and materials. You really can even show up with just a pencil and a pad of paper. And that allows you to just really start having a conversation based on the exercise we're doing under a theme. And then we begin to journal about what we received. And asking yourself these pertinent questions allows you to really start having a dialogue with what it was that you intuitively drew on paper. So I help women with getting out of their head and start getting into their heart so that they can really start to notice what they feel. Because I think so many women are so busy thinking about others that we don't really consider what our own wishes are truly, with all the things out of the way. You know, if you have children, we tend to think of our children, our spouses, our partners, all come into play when we make decisions about things that we want. And to release all of that and really truly have that conversation with what you want. Because when you're more fulfilled, everyone's going to be more fulfilled.
Now, how do you differentiate yourself to other women that are doing the same coaching?
There are a lot of transformation coaches out there, and they're all, I think, majority of them are really wonderful. And anyone who's doing this kind of work has a real heart-centered mission. So I think it's a blessing that we all are in it together. And I feel that the thing that's different about what I do is that I'm combining a variety of different things to help you get there, to get underneath all the noise so that you can really hear yourself, not what your mind is saying, but what is really what I like to refer, people may have heard some of this, that around your rhythm, that we all have a natural rhythm and flow. And as we step into that rhythm and flow, that's where we can hear that voice. It's like Wayne Dyer wrote a book called Into the Gap, and he speaks of the space in between the words. And when we can really deeply listen to ourselves and listen for that space in between the words, there is a vibrational message that comes through that. And when we are listening to that voice, then we have a deeper understanding of who we are, because we are really tapping into not only the things that we would love the most or what feels best to us in life, we're being guided by a different center.
And you have a certain strategy and technique that you apply within your
Yes,
coaching, right?
Yes, I do. I've created a system called Seasons of the Soul, which is a grounding practice for change. And change comes to us whether it's forced upon us or whether we're choosing it. And to move through the seasons by applying practical tools helps us to feel very grounded with where we are. And when we can feel grounded, then we feel more supported. It feels more safe. And we're creating that cocoon for ourselves rather than expecting an outside source to provide that, which I think human nature is, that we look outside of ourselves to soothe ourselves, etc. When we can start to be that center for ourselves, that's a very empowering moment in our lives, and it also feels very grounding. So learning a system that assists you in doing that keeps you tethered to a very grounded space so that you feel confident and secure in the choices that you make in life.
Now, have you heard some of your clients say something about you that is unique compared to the other coaches?
I have had response on the fact that I use energy work as well as the creative practice, as well as practical tools. I also have 9 certifications in NLP. And so I do have a unique perspective, including the fact that I've spent over 40 years studying and doing my own personal work. So whatever I'm bringing to the table, I experience myself. So it's my own story that I teach in a sense, and so that I think makes me somewhat unique.
Yeah, you can't just learn that anywhere. It has to come from your own experience. Well, I want to give you this opportunity to talk to the audience and share whatever advice you can give them. And go ahead.
Okay. So I would like to let the audience know that for the women out there who feel that you're in between that space, where you feel that the chapter is closed on one end and you're not sure what to expect on the other side, that there is a true calling within you, and it doesn't mean that it has to be grandiose. It can be just a very simple calling that fills your heart, that whenever you are filling your own heart, that expands to everyone around you. And it's all about bringing that center of home back to yourself. And so my deepest wish is that you do that for yourself, because it will expand not only you as a person, you as a spiritual person, you're going to expand the lives of everyone else that you touch.
Wow. Now, Gisette, how can they get a hold of you if they wanted to connect with you?
You can reach me at www.guidancetowellness.com. I don't think we use the W's anymore, but you get the idea. And you can also reach me by phone, and my number is 858-324-4011. And I'm on social media. You can find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, all under my name, Josette Diaz.
Okay, and can you repeat the phone number again, please?
Yes, my number is 858-324-4011.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Gisette. I mean, again, every time I interview you, I learn a lot, and you inspire me also at the
you,
same
Marie.
time. And I know you have blessed so many women out there. And I'm sure that maybe other men too have talked to you about, helping them too. But I am very grateful for you. And now that you're also putting together the health and wellness for the Queen's Business Expo, thank you so much for doing
You're
that.
welcome.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'm excited for next year. Okay. Well, anyway, for everyone out there, thank you so much for tuning in. I mean, Fabulous Lifestyle is always fabulous, for me, because I bring so many amazing people that you can learn from. So make sure that you share it to your connections. Make sure that you tune in every Sunday at 3:00 p.m. here. We are also available on Roku TV and Amazon Fire TV. Just subscribe to Building Solid Foundations. Okay? Anyway, thank you so much, and we will see you next
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.